See, this is why it's called the beautiful game. Wow. Now, guys, I'm still technically on holiday. I'm still on a holiday enjoying my vacation and my bubble bath. So shout out to bubble bath, shout out to Thai massages. No, come on. All okay, look, just Thai massage. Thai massages, rest, vacation, all that stuff, and spas. But I have to do this, I have to do this bit because this is just amazing. This is what you define as. When you look up beautiful in the dictionary. So let me look in the dictionary. What is beautiful? If you look up beautiful in the dictionary, it was this. This is why we love this game. And so at first I said, oh, this is top 5 celebrations of all time. And I said, no, hang on. No, this is top 3. Is there a better goal celebration than this when you take everything into account? Of course, we know what Troy Deeney jumping into the crowd at Watford. Obviously when Ravanelli first they did the whole thing over their head. Robbie Fowler, cocaine tax, Klinsmann doing the whole dive thing, mocking the fact that he was a diver. My personal favorite, which is Maradona's celebration, USA 94 against Greece, where he just goes crazy and shouts in front of the video camera. So, what's it like? Another good one is obviously I think it was Finidi George when we scored one of our goals against Greece in the '94 World Cup. What's it called? Grosso's passionate, full and emotional celebration, scoring that clutch goal against Germany. But when you just take everything into account and the whole story, which we will get into, this is the best celebration. This is the best celebration. And for people to capture this is amazing. I am going to talk about America and the World Cup because that has to also be addressed as well. Trust me, that's USA. Let's go, yeah, whoa, yeah. That's going to be addressed. That is going to be addressed. So before we go to the US of A, this was amazing. This was amazing to see and to watch because hold on, you have to realize that let's see. So once I was thinking of what's Henry's initial reaction when Cecilio Waterman actually came up there. So when Cecilio Waterman scored that clutch goal, knocking out America, which we'll get into, because Henry must have been like, wait, why is he celebrating with me? And then when he just goes, you're my idol, Henry was like, whoa, what the hell? So because we've never seen that. You have to tell the story. Cecilio Waterman, as he said in his interview, when they were at the hotel, he was asked, who is your favorite player, your idol? Thierry Henry. You're playing in this match, and your idol just happens to be doing analysis work just outside the pitch. Normally, most times I think they're actually in a studio, but they just happen to be just outside of the pitch. Guys, you know that whether you want to believe in God, Allah, the Buddha, the fate of the universe, special powers, why is it that? Because you know that it could have happened where he scored the goal at the other end. And if he scored the goal at the other end, would he run the length of the pitch like Adebayo to Henry? But the fact that he scored just at the end where they were doing the news, so all he had to do was just hop over the hoarding and go straight to Henry. And that was just a spur of the moment thing that he did. That was just the beauty of this moment, that all the forces just collided, that my idol is doing analysis work. I score the winning goal. At the end where he's doing analysis work. And then I have that amazing moment scoring perhaps the most famous goal not perhaps. That is the biggest goal he's ever scored in his entire career. And he did that in front of his idol. A guy who was the big reason why he probably got into football and modeled his game properly on him, and he celebrated with him. That is beautiful. Okay, shout out to Vanessa Blue, shout out to Adriana Lima, shout out to Francesca Jimenez, shout out to Monica Santiago, shout out to Rose Monroe, shout out to Ayana Angel, shout out to all the goats out there. Shout out to all the goats out there. But this is beautiful. This is the definition of beautiful. You just can't deny it. You just can't deny it. And my thing though is, I mean, look at this. Look, I mean, it's insane. Look, it's amazing. I mean, look at Henry. Basically, if you're Henry, what must be going through your mind if you're Henry? If you're Henry, you're like, I think Henry knows how much of a big deal he is, because if a statue gets built of you, you're a pretty big deal. And every time that's, because one of the places that I used to live is near Arsenal Stadium. Every time I go to Arsenal Stadium, there's always people there taking pictures. There's never been a time I've been to the Emirates where there's not been people who take pictures outside of that statue. So, but I think Henry right now is like, a guy just scored the winning goal for his country. And the first thing he did is come up to me, say I'm his idol, and celebrate it with me. I think Henry will look up like, damn. I mean, that's just, you're like, wow. To have that much of an effect on someone's life, you must be like, yeah, I think I'm a pretty big deal. And I think that's what idols are about, because again, I told you, look, my idol, obviously, is Nazario. If I ever met Nazario, I would faint. 100%. Like, so I now get why people faint in front of Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Taylor Swift. If I met Nazario, I would faint. And if I did score a last-minute winning goal for Nigeria and Nazario was doing an analysis work, I would run and do the same thing that Cecilio Waterman did. But I just think that, like, it just shows you the power of having idols in football and what they mean to you. Like just how understand what it meant for people seeing Messi win the World Cup when you grew up with him. And that meant something, seeing him win the World Cup. Like, that was a personal attachment. Seeing Ronaldo at the 98th World Cup, seeing how he then broke his leg, how his career was finished. And I remember sitting down and seeing him come back and win that World Cup, and how special that was, because of just my personal attachment to him, because of how I viewed him as like a superhero. Idols are real. Now, don't worship idols, because your idols will always let you down. Shout out to your boy Hulk Hogan. But this. I mean, it's a beautiful story, and it just shows you that for Henry, you're a pretty big deal. And the thing though is, shout out to your man Cecilio Waterman, because just to put it into more context, look at it. These are clubs he plays for. Shout out to your boy Ricardo Bad. So his last club was Alianza Lima. 15 appearances, 5 goals. He currently plays for a Chilean club, Coquimbo Unido. So if you look at results, Cobresa, Universidad de Concepcion, I think that might be Paraguay. That sounds like Paraguay, I'm not sure. He's just been around in South America, and 16 goals, 17, 6, 11. So boom, so looking at this, it's all right now. That is his greatest achievement. Scoring that winning goal against America is his greatest achievement. So for Cecilio Waterman, I mean, that is the moment that he will remember for all time. And just in the kind of world that we're in the kind of viral world we're in, and the YouTube world we're in, bro, you took part in the greatest goal celebration we've ever seen. Again, please tell me in the comments, given all the context, name me a better goal celebration than that. Like, see, the Messi thing with the jersey thing, okay, that's cool as a thing. Ravanelli over the head, okay, that's cool as a thing. And Cristiano Ronaldo, Calma, okay, yeah, that's cool as a thing. Even Drogba, that's cool. But this whole storyline of this, and just how this was like a perfect storm. My idol is at the game. I score at the end where my idol is doing the analysis, and I'm able to now have my greatest ever moment, scoring a winning goal against America for my country, and I shared that moment with my idol. You can't give me a better story than that. You can't. You just can't. Now, let's address America. Shh. There's a World Cup in America next year. Just in case you don't know, like, shh. Be very, very quiet. Be very, very quiet. Shout to Elmer Ford, but there is a World Cup next summer. That is the population of Panama. 4 million. I believe the population of London might be more. London might be more. That is the population of Panama. That is the population of Canada. So let's put them both up in that piece. So Panama population 4.459 million, 2023. I doubt it's going up like 10 million in one year because that will be a hell of a lot of effort. That means a lot of bunny hopping, and a lot of lubricate. Basically, even Didi will be like, bro, that's too much fun for me to freaking do. Even Didi will be like, relax. There's only so much baby oil I can provide for you to jump 10 million as a population in a year. So it's still pretty much the same. California, that's just one state in America. Just one single state in America, 39 million. This just gives you a numerical illustration as to what Panama just did. In America. In LA. Tough break, kid. Now, here's the thing. Is Poch better than Brickhalter? Yes, he is. 100% he is. 100% he's a better manager. Is he the guy that you feel can win something for America? No. Because Pochettino's never won anything in his career. The closest he came to winning something was the Champions League final. And I've said several times, well done for making that, because a lot of his tactical decisions contributed to them making that final. But let's keep it a stack. As much as that is true, the reality of the matter is he dropped the ball in starting Harry Kane and benching Lucas Moura, a guy who dropped a 3-piece. So at that moment, I knew that, no, this guy's not a winner and he does not have the winning gene. So, look, no, it's too late now. We are what's called April, May. We are 3 months away from being 1 year from the World Cup. You can't change managers now. You cannot change coaches now. Hold up. I'm just saying, in theory, if you were to sack Poch now and you bring in a new manager now, you've got a year on some change. Like, I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm trying to think right now. So wait a minute. Because ideally, you wanted the welcome manager to be at the Copa America. Because what you wanted is the manager to have this team in a tournament situation. So you just have a feeling of, okay, this is what it feels like to play Argentina. This is what it feels like to play Brazil. This is what it feels like to play Colombia, who are some of the top tier teams you may be facing. Obviously, they're not like the European teams, but you are facing the World Cup winners and Argentina. And Brazil and Colombia are still top tier teams. Because I'm just thinking to myself that, is it too late? And people say, okay, how for? You're not going to like this name. And you're going to call me a hater. You're going to call me a glazer. And you might even say, get off your damn knees. No Diddy. Pause. I'm going to ask you a question. A choice between Mourinho and Pochettino to take America to the World Cup, who would you choose? Let's say that is your choice. Jose Mourinho, Pochettino, who do you choose? Oh, Mourinho, he's a fossil, he's a dinosaur. Look what he's doing with Fenerbahce. He's trying to get down on all fours like Cardi B for Glasgow Rangers. He's washed. Okay. But if you had a choice, Pochettino or Jose Mourinho, to take America to a World Cup and give them the best chance of winning a World Cup, who would you choose? Because at the end of the day, whether it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago, Mourinho has experience winning. More so, forget Inter Milan. Forget Real Madrid. It's what he did with Roma, what he did with the FC Porto, as to why this is the guy I want for America. A guy that can make an underdog team winners. So, I just feel that, like, okay, look, I'm just spitballing. Like, Pochettino is going to be the guy, but I just think that this is a body blow. It's a To lose to Panama. There is zero excuse. There is zero excuse. I just showed you those numbers of Panama's population and the population of a single state in America, and this is the country of 50 states. So a single state is 10, 20, 30, 40, almost 40, 50 times bigger than the population of Panama. So my thing though is, because this is my fear. As you well know, I'm a football guy. Anybody who watches this show, I'm a World Cup guy. I'm a World Cup merchant, and the World Cup is the precipice. I believe the World Cup is the greatest tournament of all time. There's no greater tournament than the World Cup. I did not like it that South Africa were grouped, because it is very important for the hosts to be in the World Cup for as long as possible. We don't expect the host to always win, no. But you want them just to be, at the very least, making the knockouts. And when you get there, for me, I would hold that to quarters minimum for a host nation. Quarters minimum. And then, boom, you could do whatever you want. Or you could just be South Korea and just pay the refs. That is an alternative. I pray America don't get grouped. If America was to be grouped, it would be disastrous for the World Cup. Because here's the thing. Because there is something that I just noticed. In the whole Panama thing, like, with the whole Panama hullabaloo. Like, when it was happening, you saw Terry Crews take out his camera and just film the moment there. And then you saw Terry Crews now gets interviewed. Terry Crews represents a large portion of America, of guys who, they're just learning about the game. They're excited. The World Cup is coming. And credit to Terry Crews, he's aware that the Super Bowl is nothing compared to the World Cup. The Super Bowl, it is nothing. Terry Crews is aware that, no, this is the biggest sporting event on the planet, and it dwarfs the Olympics. It is huge. The whole world stood still and watched Mbappe and Messi battle out for the World Cup final. There's nothing bigger than the World Cup. So, to get Americans for the vibe of the World Cup to really be at its optimum, you want the host to go as far as possible. Now, as the image says, we also want Canada to go for. We also want Mexico to go for. But I believe Canada has like 2 knockout games, and I don't think Mexico has any knockout games. So I think from quarters onwards, all the games are in America. I think the final is in New York. So I just think, just for a vibe thing, you would want America to be in a quarterfinal. Just for a atmosphere thing. And again, this is my fear. You just lost to an island. Panama's an island. Wait. Okay. I don't know where Panama is. I don't know where Panama is on the map. But screw that. 4 million peeps. They have the population of a city. They have a population of a medium to large city. That's the population of the whole place. And you lost to those guys, Panama. The only thing I know about Panama is when you watch movies, that is how guys launder money. So the bad guy or the mother says, "Yo, man, I'm going to Panama just to offshore account tax. Offshore, you lost on offshore account. That is where mobsters like Tony Soprano and Avon Barksdale launder the money for offshore accounts to try and clean their money. That's what I know about Panama. We don't. Also, the women are not. So, but you don't think of Panama for like football. So, I just have a fear because, bro, if these guys get grouped, it would be a disaster for the World Cup. No, the show must go on, and the show will go on. And I hope that the American population really gets around it and really supports it. But it's going to be a body blow, bro. It's going to be a body blow if these guys get grouped, because how do you recover from this? You lost because every tournament situation, this Nations League, you need just that idea of we've won a tournament. So you're outside the first hurdle. It's disastrous. Because now, like, what other tournaments can America play? What other tournament can? So you botched Copa America with Berhalter breaking it up. Now you've botched this National League with your new manager. This is horrendous preparation. So, what other tournaments does America have going into next summer? This is it's my suggestion. My suggestion is pick up the phone and you save my goat, my idol, Mourinho, from his nightmare at Fenerbahce. And you just say, "You look, this is Poch guy now, Mourinho. Come on down." Because correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, say I'm wrong. America's best chance at performing well at the World Cup under Pochettino or under Mourinho? What would America's best chance be at performing at the World Cup? Under Pochettino or under Mourinho?